Pick up another you call in the parking lot to sign. Are you with me? You said what the call. I pull up like Jimmy Neutron. But then you could get a new phone. Like you haul, and I know we need to go slow, but we could go faster. Maybe the best.
Good morning. Well, wait. It's morning somewhere. Good morning, y'all. Welcome in. Man, listen. We got an update about the cousin, Monique cousin. We got an update about the cousin, child. Hold on, y'all. Child. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. It's a mess. So I'm gonna tell y'all, we're gonna get to the update first. So y'all know Monique, man, cousin, he was on the run, right? I was like, what he done did? What he did? What happened? Well, come to find out, he violated parole, y'all. He violated the parole. And I don't know what he was in there for, but he violated his parole and they picked his tail up. Yep. So Monique cousin in law is in the jail house with the guys are suited up. So we we gonna go with that. We're gonna see. We're gonna wait till the update about that. And I haven't heard much. I think what's his name? Justin, may he rest in peace. His ex-girlfriend is still going, excuse me, crazy on the other girl. Still going crazy on the other girl. So yeah, still going crazy on her. She's still talking about old girl. And old girl ain't saying nothing. And then a lot of people was like, do y'all really think that she's, giving it out for 2,500 and she really worth 2,500 or whatever? Mm-hmm. Yep, that's what they saying. So I'm trying to hold on, y'all. I'm trying to order this me and this boy lunch. And then I can order the food for having nachos today. I know it's pre-game day. Super Bowl is tomorrow. So I'm gonna be sitting at home, singing Spanish. I don't know crap about Spanish, but I'm gonna be doing a little Spanish. I might sing a couple of his songs. Excuse me, y'all hear baby. Child. A couple of Bad Bunny songs. Hold on. Y'all might hear me sing a couple of his songs. So yeah, but we finna get into it in a minute, child. Give me a minute. Let me make sure another little person don't want nothing. And then we finna start. Now I will be going over. I gotta pay my prime, so y'all excuse me. But everything that I say of the recap page, I will recuperate into what has already been on, the thing. So let's get into it. All right. I wish I could watch the clips with y'all. Hold on. Hey Justin, I will be going over it with y'all, and we will be. I'm gonna do exactly without. Hold on. Without me watching it in notes, but I'm gonna listen in my ear, and then we're gonna talk about it there. So give me one moment. Okay, let's get it. Okay, I know I was gonna go live a little late. Hold on, Justin. You might come after this. I was going live a little late because I was like, wait, let me try to look and see if I still got my what you call it. Come to find out, honey, I was like, dang, I forgot. I ain't paid. I haven't paid it yet. So I was like, let me pay now. Let me go ahead and pay it because I was like, dang, I'm gonna have to pay it tomorrow or something. Cause I gotta get into my shows. I gotta get I drop it a little bit, Justin. Hold on. I gotta get into my shows. So okay, let me go into here. Let me go back on my Instagram. Now I watched it on okay. Is it this one or is it reality? Let me make sure. Cause I got some tea about not real housewives. Yeah, Married to Medicine. I already know the seating chart. I showed y'all the seating chart for who them folks? Real Housewives of Potomac. But Married to Medicine seating chart is a child. Where is the clip? Because I know it came on last night. Hold on, y'all. Because I know I had it in my phone. What happened? What the hell? None of you motherfuckers watched it last night. I know you lying. Did they show it last night? Okay. So, okay, so from what I'm hearing, Emily gave, not right now, Justin. Emily gave Justin her money. And she said that one of the biggest money she earned was an X tape. Hold on. Let me put her post up here. Yeah, I'm watching it now. That's why I'm like, they ain't come out. And she said she give the money every single day on you know what? You absolute girl. I'm finna pull it up on YouTube. Let me see what happened. Because I can't get a copyright if it's off somebody else's channel. Yes, hold on. But tomorrow, y'all, I will be doing, let me see. I will be doing, we're going to do a recap of, what's her name? Let me go to this person page. We will be talking. Toya and Eugene did a interview with Carlos. We're going to talk about it. No, we seen that when she said the love of my life. Somebody got to have it. But I know Emily was saying that she gave her money to Justin, and she said the money that she earned from doing videos was the biggest one. And she said the reason why she do big money like that is because her son loves lobster. And I'm just looking at her like, what? What happened? Mm-hmm. Because I'm trying to see if we get into, oh Lord, the girl live. We'll talk about her later. Let me see. And she gave her hard-earned money to Justin. He don't like what she do for a living, but he got darn do like to get that money. Well, we gonna talk about him as a past tense because he no longer on here on this earth and stuff like that. So the mama showed up and they had a meeting. I need to see how that went. I'm trying to get to the mamas. And then we're gonna talk about the guy. Hold on, y'all. I hate that they. Oh my god. Okay. If you still in here, tell me where you went at. Yeah, girl, he passed away. He passed away last year. He passed away, and the girlfriend is blaming. Um, she's blaming. You know, hold on. I'm trying to get us into. She blaming Emily. She's not. She blaming Emily. They knew because they say that Emily knew that. Emily knew that he had a problem and all this and that. Mm-hmm. They blaming her. Yep. They blaming her. They sure is. They blaming her. The ex-girlfriend is blaming her for him being passed away. The ex-girlfriend was like, she knew he had a problem. Yeah. Yep. Getting blamed. Getting blamed. You know what? These what you call it, done pissing me off for the rest of the day. I'm not supporting. They got everything with Cal Funky ass and all them, but they ain't update us with sick of hearing about Kyle arguing with every motherfucking body and shit. I'm about sick of her ass. This is every damn season. Her and the damn sister. What the shit? What's going on? They must have been on here. Let me go to that other page. Cause I know it's on here. Hey, girl, I'm trying to get us into the group so we could talk about it. But yeah, from what I understand, she been going in on that girl. She's been doing every press tour about him. Hold on, let me go. You know what? Screw that. I got my TikTok back. We gonna go on now. Lindo vlogs. Okay, let me go over there because I want to go ahead and get into this. Because last night I know was good. Okay, we got it, y'all. I'm watching it off TikTok. So we go in, right? And we starting off with Emily and Justin. So he got how many days to release? Again, 6 weeks. He was supposed to release in 18 months. Now between them 18 months, from what I'm understanding with the 18 months, that when he before he got out, they said that he unalived himself. Okay? I don't know if they're gonna show it on here. I think they are. But Emily still work at Bella Brothels. She still posting half naked. And she say she been a little low. But she said hopefully she could talk to Justin, right? She been waiting on a call from Justin. So she calls her son, and she talked to her son and said she missed him so much, and she want to see his face. And he showed his face. He asked her, it's so cute, y'all. He asked her when she coming home. He miss his mama. She in Vegas. He in California with her mom. He miss his mom. So he asked her when she come home. He said, I'm coming home soon. He said, okay. She said she gonna come home soon. He said, okay. And while she on FaceTime with him, she break down in tears. She break down in tears. And she said, can she get a kiss? He give her a kiss on the phone. And then she talked to her mom. and she talked to her mom, and she asked how was everything going. She said all right, and she said I love you. See, I love you too. And then she hangs up, and she said she liked having her mom to help with her son, and she said her son and her struggle with time apart because they can't see each other like that. I got this gum in my mouth. Hold on, I can't even talk y'all right. Let me put this gum out. So she say she moved to Vegas temporarily to shoot some content. And, it's something that Justin don't agree with. But that's the best decision for them because to help Justin and learning that he's not getting out anytime soon, she's doing this to help him. He say for her to be doing content, knowing that she's what kind of industry she in, it kind of okay, so let me put it like this. It bothered him a little bit. And from what I'm understanding, it bothered him because, excuse me, y'all, he felt like that is his woman. No man need to touch and see on his woman. That is his woman. That's his body. That body can't be accessed. She need to hold that body till he get home. Listen. I hate he passed away. I don't know if we're gonna get her reaction from it. They probably will film it. I figured that they were adding in 2 more couples. I knew something was, and I'm going to say this. I knew something, I told y'all before and I say it again, I knew something was different because we got another couple. Love during Lockup don't always have all these couples. So I knew something was going on. Something was happening. But he said his issue was her being in the element with somebody. And she said if it wasn't such a huge financial gain, she wouldn't do it. And she said her very first tape that she ever did was $4,000 in a week. And then her only goal in life was having for revenue and every single month, a guaranteed income every single month because she's not cheap. And her son, and Justice not cheap. And her son loved lobster. So at this point, baby, you got to eat. And she say it's been recently that he done asked her for money, and she gave Justin $5,000 of her money that she made from at the brothel. That's why her money up. And he said, she's selling a good bit of money. And this gonna be so hard to speak in past tense with him. This is gonna be hard. I have to speak in past tense. And I have to remind myself. He did say, hey, how you doing? He did say that she did send him some amount of money. Okay, she sent him a lot amount of money. And at the time, it wasn't, a big thing. Hold on, y'all. What happened to my sound? Let me go back to full screen. So this is when Justin X come into the picture. What happened to my sound? Justin X Brittany. Now Brittany, I think it is Brittany that was going off about Shorty. I think it is Brittany, y'all. I think it is Brittany because their name sound familiar. I think it is Brittany. Hold on, let me go to it. So he said he's in jail, so he got to be able to depend on her financially. So Liz, which is Liz, that's her. Okay, we finna get it to Liz. Y'all remember when we did our recap last week, I told y'all, and I'm sorry I'm all over the place, but I told y'all about Liz. Remember Liz was outing Emily on Facebook. Remember I told y'all that? Liz been on everybody's platform. Facebook, Instagram. She been out and Emily out, and they've been blaming her, and she's been blaming Emily for Justin demise because she's saying she motherfucking knew that Justin had like suicidal thoughts with his unaliving thoughts with his emotions, and she knew he suffered from depression, and she asked him to be on this show. Sure did. She said it. And now we're getting into Liz. I think Liz's real name is Brittany, but we're going to get into that. Yes. Uh, yes. Liz finally coming into play now. Liz been on. She say, I did the show. We finna see who I think Brittany's another ex, but she said, I did the show, and I knew Emily was a liar. His family, but baby, she doing more talking with the family. Now, she had bashed Emily before. See, I think this is where her and Emily got to sit down. She bashed Emily before. And she bashed Justin after Justin demise. And I'm with everybody else. It was like, it's funny how after his demise, all of a sudden, you ain't bashing him no more. Now it's, he rest in peace. Oh my God, I can't believe that happened. So a lot of people was really kind of calling Liz out. So she see Liz, okay, so Justin was in touch with two of his exes. So Emily driving the car, she see that Liz text, I guess something to text, which is his ex-girlfriend. She said that he's in contact with two of his exes, which is Brittany and Liz. So now both of the exes come into play. Now Brittany hasn't said anything, but Liz have said a lot. So Emily was like, he's still in, he says she's not worried about Brittany because Brittany set them up and she's not worried about what's going on, but it's Liz, but she caught Justin talking to, and she's trying to ruin their relationship. So she say her and Liz hung out and drunk 2 to 3 times, and she didn't like her personality, and she knew Justin was her ex, and she went on message her to tell her that Justin just using her. He don't plan to be with her when he get out, and her and Justin was fighting for weeks and weeks after that because Liz DM'd her, and she said when she found out that Liz and Justin was still talking, she was on the phone. He said, "Oh fuck," excuse my French, "OF," So she gets out the car, she go to this place, and then she said in her first confessional that she went one time to say in her message that he has a hard time of letting go, and she said, "Great, if you know that you got a hard time letting go, how can you tell me you never gonna let her go?" So, girl, I guess y'all, they supposed to be going meeting at the goddamn park. And, old girl looking concerned. And she's sitting here crying. And she texting and everything. And she sent him a text. And she say, and he's just somebody. And she's like pure crying. And she says that she's only someone to talk to when he's bored. And that basically Emily is somebody that could benefit him. That Liz can't benefit him like Emily can. That's fucked up. And so she's sitting at the park crying, and he said that he's been plotting to use Emily. That was what she said that he said. So she messages something to the phone. And Justin said he really did love Elizabeth. He feels like she's close to him like family. And, he's close to her family. He's close to her. And it's hard for him to just like say he never, it's over and forever. That's so bad, y'all. Now, this was Liz. He didn't say this about Emily. He said about Liz. And he said it's kind of like hard for him to say that it was over forever. And Emily said, what if Justin is just using her? So then we go to Alabama, which they talking about the 900. I don't know why they keep saying 999 years release. I don't believe that man got a thousand a thousand years. I don't believe this man. Hold on. Got 1,000 years. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I don't believe that man got 1,000 years. I'm sorry. So she's still driving to Alabama. Aisha driving with her friend Crystal. And she driving. She say she excited to meet him. They finally getting ready to meet. She say he should have met me some years ago. And that she going to go see Michael. She finally got the right prison where Michael is at, and she is on her way to go see Michael. So she's driving and everything. This girl got Lord Aisha. She has the baby doll, the baby Cabbage Patch doll, strapped up in the seatbelt in the back seat. Jesus, Aisha, what the hell you got going on? I know this TV and you trying to, girl, auntie, no ma'am, no ma'am, no ma'am, no ma'am, no ma'am. No. Why do you have the Cabbage Patch baby in the that is not y'all child together. You have a grown daughter, girl. I can see you get like a Yorkie, a little Chihuahua, they said it's y'all fur baby. You have a grown daughter. Why do you got the Cabbage Patch? Anyway, so child, and so she talking about the dirt road and the road turking back to the dirt, and it's not the city anymore. She say, wait a minute, God darn it. So she's going to go meet Michael's aunt. Yeah, she need to keep that secret to herself. So, she finally going to meet the auntie. I thought she was going to go see him. She not. She going to go meet the auntie. So now she finally go see the auntie. The auntie got a nice little country house. It's dark. You could tell it's the country. It's dark outside. And so she pulls up, and she says she's nervous going in to go see his auntie. She says she went to the prison to get some answers about Michael, and now she wasn't supposed to be there, so now they didn't let her in. So she says she don't know. So now she finna go talk to the auntie. So she go knock on the auntie door. And she's saying he missing, he ain't calling her, it's bothering her. He probably in trouble. They probably restricted his phone. Maybe let me tell you something. Usually when people get in trouble, everybody get in trouble. That's how it is out there. So she say she very confused, child. She meet auntie. She say, hi, how are you? And auntie like, who is this? She say, I'm okay. She say, she Aisha. She say, okay. So we meet Michael, auntie, Miss Gloria. Miss Gloria look like she could be his mama. She look young. She look good. And Aisha got her friend Crystal. Miss Gloria look nice, y'all. She looks nice. She look gorgeous. She's a nice looking lady. So she came and met her. She said, Michael told me so much about you. And she said, we call him Michael. She said, why his name spelled with a K? And then she said his mama did that. And Aisha said it's really nice out here. She said, did he grow up in the street too? She said that house right up the road there. She said when he got out of prison last time, his dad was alive at the time. And he put a trailer up on the hill down from where they lived. And then she say from what Michael told her about the land, it's really peaceful. Michael got horses, it's isolated. So she say she really excited to see what her future look like. She say it's okay if we go and take a look at the land. And so she moved stuff out the way. And she say when they get out, they gonna lean on the farm life and let him be the man that he is with the cows and the horses. And so she taking her to the land, and she say with the cow, she could dream up a beautiful life. She need to see it. Baby, she got to go all the way up that hill. She say, you going to walk up there? I'm not. She say she can't. So Aisha get out the car. She park in front of a long dirt road, and you have to walk literally up. You can't drive up. You see there's dogs on the property. and she looking to see if they tied up, and she say they not tied up. So Christy, her friend Crystal brought a stick, and she say, "What the hell is he doing back here?" And she say, "Is this somewhere he at where he was selling rugs?" She started to think negative, okay, because she feel like he like being isolated. She's not getting the feel that it's a sanctuary in her home, and she feel like it's something to hide. And she asked, doesn't even have an address, and she said it looked like something that a rug lord would be located. How far they got to walk? They're still walking, and it's been 20 minutes, y'all. And they can't drive up there. Hey, Terry. They still driving up there. They can't drive up there. They got to walk. They are still walking. So she looked, and the trailer is boarded up. Thank you. She see it, and she see that it's boarded up, and she see it. It got a fireplace. It's a chair outside, and she like, "What's that?" Police tape. And she asked, "Was he arrested?" There, she asked, "Was it blood?" And that's scary. Child, now she's scared, and she talking about, but that's okay. So she say she feeling a little bit scared. She don't even know if she dare to open the door. So she want to go in and see what it looked like. And did you hear her say, "Oh my effing G"? Okay. So now we going back to Moo Moo and Goddess. So Moo Moo and Goddess are on the phone. And hold on, let me put their pictures up. He will be released. How long? Is 6 weeks, okay? So Goddess is at home on her couch. She got Moo Moo pictures everywhere. And she get a call from Moo Moo. So Damon called. Let me tell y'all something. I follow the baby mama. I got a friend request accepted. He's not with none of them. Mumu is still doing his business, but he hasn't posted neither one of them. Let me see if Benita posts something. Benita ain't post nothing, y'all. Benita ain't post nothing. So we gonna go over there one day and we gonna look. She ain't post nothing, child. But from what I understand it, they not together. They not together. No, none of them, girl. Y'all, they not together. God has been doing her braids, been doing hair. He's doing his truck business. Benita been doing her business and hanging out and enjoying her life. Yes. So she accepted the call from Moo Moo. And she asked, how did it go with his mama? She's had a good time with his mom today. They had a good talk, and she said, yeah. And we get to Benita, Damon, and Goddess, okay? The love triangle. So Goddess sitting here saying that she mentioned that his mom mentioned that he's gonna get his stuff, and she still got that. Benita still got it in the house. And he said the things that he owned and worked hard for with him being incarcerated. He got 2 truck companies. He sell cars, which he do, and he does real estate, which he does. Y'all, I'm sitting here. I don't hit my thing on mute and talking to y'all. and telling y'all that what he's saying, and y'all can't hear me. So he been doing his thing. He been doing his thing. He told them cars he got his money from before they got snowed in, right? So he say Bonita got everything. He say Bonita got the watch, the shoes, the watch, the designer jeans, the 250K, his shoes, his cars. Bonita got all of that. Bonita got it all. He said he don't want to be wanted. He said he don't know about Gigi and his mama going to pick it up because he don't want it to be really messy about, you know what I'm saying? He don't want it to get messy, like, you know what I'm saying? Like he don't. He said, I'm just gonna let he gonna get somebody else, and she was like, nah, I'm gonna go pick it up. And then he said, no, just be cool. She said, uh-huh. So we go to Bonita. She's at Brothers Jury. And she was like, I don't know. She walked in. She said, I don't know if you remember me. She said, I'm Moo fiance. I had to take a real quick drink off of that. Lord, I got to see how this going to play out. And she said the ring that he brought here, she trying to replace it. She said it was silver. It had an over diamond. And it was something sticking out from the ring. So the guy said, do you know when he proposed to you? She said that he proposed to her November 8th, 2020. Yes, was her first name, and said she told him it was Damon. And he say, he said, give me a second, I'm gonna take a look. She say, thank you, no word, no worries. She say she impulsive. She try to calm down. And she not gonna lie, they bickering all the time since he been incarcerated. Hey, CC Life. She turned into a single mom quickly. And she say Damon don't know that she sold. Ooh, it's gonna be some shit. Damon don't know that she done sold that man stuff, y'all. The engagement ring. He finna have a fit when he get out. She said that's been weighing on her. So now she got to figure out how to tell him she done sold this man stuff. He said he got some good news. He's been able to find. The jury guy said he was able to find something similar to the ring she got him. She said, okay. She said, how much is the ring? And he said it's a 14-karat white gold ring. And it's $4,999. And somebody, her friend said, come on, bitch, say, start laughing. She sold, the ring he got her was $5,000. $5,000. Drink my coffee. She sold that thing. Her friend said, come on, girl, you can't afford that. She said, $5,000. She said, who the F get a ring that costs $5,000? She said, oh my Lord. She said, that's a lot of money. She's like, how are we going to get that? So now they're looking at each other. She said, if she knew that man spent that much money, she would have protected that ring with her life. Baby, she said, can you show me a ring that's a little lower? Something that's cheaper than $5,000. She said she really got to figure it out. He'll be home in 6 weeks. And it's bad for business. No, he telling Gigi, he saying he got to go get his stuff. He saying he ain't really talking about nothing outside of his children for real. He lying. He lying. He been talking about more than that outside of them talking about that baby. He done told her he loved her about 50, 11 times. I can't wait to come home to her. Talk about what? So Gigi asks, do she know you're in a relationship? He took a long pause and said, I don't think anybody know. So Gigi like, what? She said, you said like last month, you talked to her. Yeah, I talked to her about you. She asked him, and she said, now you saying, hell no, don't nobody know we together. So now he don't lie. He say I threw it around, but I never really solidified that we together. When I come home, I'm gonna get all that situated, and I'm gonna tell her that what's going on for real. But look, the phone ready to cut off. He gotta talk to her later. He say the phone about to cut off. He gotta talk to her later. When she asks about do Benita know about her, that should tell her Benita don't know about Gigi. Gigi just starting to find out about Benita. And Gigi don't know. Benita and Damon engaged. Mm-hmm. 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 Child. This little love triangle, I'm gonna start calling them. I gotta get a picture of Benita. I'm gonna have to add her picture on here with them. This love triangle, I'm gonna start calling it love triangle of secrets. Yeah. Because the way these three got issues, the way these three child are big mess. Benita sold this stuff. Gigi don't know a damn thing about the real truth about Benita. Benita sure enough don't know about no damn Gigi. Hell, she don't even know they engaged. Wait a minute. Who you coming home to? All of them? The hell? Yes. Don't mm-mm. Excuse me, y'all. I had to chew on a little popcorn with this, cause what? 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 Just a little juicy. So Gigi said her baby daddy knows she in a relationship. Why your baby mama don't know you in a relationship? Girl, yes, we're gonna have to call them threes company. Cause they are company. And she looking with an attitude, and she said he just got caught lying for real. So now she said her like, okay. So then we go back to Phoenix. Lord, I want to see how this went. So let's go to the next couple. Jesus. Honey, Kaylee is with her mama to go meet her man mama. So they pull up. I'm praying for this girl to a restaurant. And she say her mother-in-law was sitting outside waiting on them. This is child, they heating up this season. Kaylee said she don't think the meeting of the mom with the mom gonna go well. Her husband about to get released from prison. She's a little taken back with Angel and her mama meeting. And he's been in prison for 6 years, and she hoped that they can get a resolution, they can get along. Excuse me, because you know, he's getting home, everybody gonna be around. And so Angel say, your mom's here. She say, surprise. And she say, hey, how are you? So they sit down. Oh, child, I'm a little nervous. I don't know if I can show this to y'all. I want to show y'all, but I don't want them to do me dirty again. So Lori's sitting here looking at Angel like she just want to pluck her like she's a booger or something. And Angel smiling, looking at Kaylee, and then their eyes got big when Kaylee said she just want them to get along. So here we are. Ooh, child. So Lori is just looking at Angel, and Angel flicks Kaylee off in front of Lori. She's saying, I know that you said you consider it, so I took that as a yes. So she flicked Kaylee off and saying, you're so nice, and she is so upset. And Angel saying, Lori and we don't need the mitts. You stole your daughter's identity when she was a minor. You ran up her credit interest. And she saying Lori is not what she would consider a good mother. So Lori say she gonna get some more. Do you want anything more than water? She say no, water's good. So Angel sitting down to Kaylee and she say I'm supposed to be nice to your mom, even though she screwed you over several times. And Kaylee say, well, not nice, but cordial. So she, Lori bring the water back, and they have a conversation. Lori said, Angel say, she say, what do you feel about Mickey getting out? And she say, what do you feel about Mickey get out? She say she's happy that he's finally getting out. So Lori pop off. She say, well, you haven't been there for him all this time. Are you sure you're happy for him to get out? Why would you? Why, Lori? Why? So after she say that, Angel say, oh, I've been there all this time. I just didn't condone his actions. And if Angel say, if you're going to mess up your life, I'm not going to go out my way to help you. And Lori say, you parent how you choose. And Angel looked dead in her face and said, correct. I parent how I choose. Wait, what? She say, I parent how I choose. And Angel, and she say, slightly different than you, obviously. And Lauren say, I know since he been in there, this little thing has spun over $42,000. And Kaylee say, oh, that's nice. On the way to con him. And then Angel is looking like, really? And then Lauren say, she spent $42,000 on someone that need ramen noodles. And Angel said, that's her mistake, not my mistake. And Lori said, and she starts to struggle with the 4 children. And Angel say that's the same thing she effing told Kaylee. She told her. She not tell her, y'all? She told her. And she say effing no. She say, you don't know how to tell him no? Kaylee say, I did. And start laughing. And then Lori said, well, I feel like I'm fitting the bill for your kid. And so Angel say, when you didn't use her identity and take her money before, maybe she would have more money. And Lori say, whatever happened in our past, happened in our past. We have completely grown past that. She say, so I don't do that now. So Angel just looking. And, Lori say we all had to handle all of our addictions. And before she went to prison as a parent, and she was a messed up parent, and she used her social, and she couldn't pay her electric bill, and she still carried guilt for all of those things, but she made sure she there for her now. And Kaylee is about to cry, and she say, I mean, there's only room for improvement. And Laura say, absolutely. And they both say they willing. Child, that was in a confessional, but let's get back to the table. So Lori said she went shopping today. She said they spent $740 on one outfit for Mikey because her credit card declined. And Angel looking like, excuse me, what? Excuse me? Excuse me? And Kaylee sitting here like, yeah, I got what he asked for. Angel is telling Kaylee, don't do that for him, because he's going to make it seem like it is her fault, which he's been doing. And it's really his. So Kaylee sitting here looking stuck face. And she say, true. And Angel say, and she say, why are you buying a $740 outfit? And Lori say, because that's what she want for her son to wear. She say, the little player don't not seem to look like a little player when he gets out. He needs a job. And she ain't lying. And she say, well, she want him to look nice. Angel say, no, he should support himself. And Lori say, and you should not support him. She got it both of their tails. Angel ain't playing. And Lori say, well, I'm supporting my daughter. And I'm thinking you should support your son. She say, no, he should support himself. They have a family that they need to take themselves. And she say that he's being neglected. Why is she struck? See, Lori missing the point that Angel has been saying. He got to be a man. Just because you messed up don't mean that's your type of support. They are adults. He got to be a man. And I'm not raising my son to depend on me and no other woman. He gotta be a man. At first, I thought Angel was a little swanky on his side, but now I'm seeing Angel ain't playing with him, and she ain't finna play with Kaylee, and she ain't finna be play with this mess that they got going on. Angel say, "Baby, I got a life." I know that's right. So she's saying, every month she calling her for help, and Angel say because she's a dork that married an inmate, which she did. She married him. She got every right to get in Kaylee butt. That's why Kaylee look at her as a mama, because Kaylee know her mama, because she messed up, is gonna come to her bidding for whatever. But Angel gonna give her that strict no. Hold on, Justin. I'm not done. So she said he needs to prove himself and get things in order to be a son. And Lori saying, I remember that you were an ish mom. So Angel cocked her head at her. And Kaylee's sitting here like, oh, just great. Kaylee, you brought this on yourself this time. I can't take up for you. So then we go to Houston. We got 90 days to a release where this new couple is getting ready, Rich and Felicia. Okay? Rich and Felicia. So Rich meet a lady named Diana, and he said Felicia is getting out in a few weeks. He's nervous. Hold on, Justin, please. He nervous for her to get out, and he want to get some outside counseling, see if he on the right path before Felicia get out. And Felicia said being locked up in a box for 9 years and about to release, it's a whole different thing that she it's all the things that she didn't want to experience or want to experience. She wants to get out. She want to get out, and she want to see her man, and she got to experience those things. And so he's sitting down talking to a tarot card reader. And she say Rich and her never Rich and her never met in in person physically. They never had a physical visit. He never touched her. He never seen her. He never gave her a hug. You know what she looked like, but she never met him in person. They never hugged. They never kissed. None of that. They talk, but it's not intimate. And she's saying she don't know how to be in a relationship. She don't know, but she gonna give what she got, and she hope he can handle it. So he's sitting down talking to the intuitive guide lady. Now I don't know. I'll see, because after this I got another live to get to. But he say that that she's incarcerated, and how they met in the first place. He had a dream that made him go search for a pen on a pen pal site. He wrote her, and they've been talking ever since. And she's about to release. And he was like, and the lady said, "Oh, honey, you need to know where you going with this. You need to see if this even worth your time." And he said he will tell her that particular dream, there's a past life connection going on, and that's what's driving him to her, and he feels very connected, like it's a magnet to her. And he felt like, he felt the emptiness in the void for a long time, and he's been questing for true love. And the matter is, he don't have a problem with being a companion. He just want to find the right person to love, basically. And that's not his problem. You can come on the second or third live, either one. And he say the thing is for him to connect is to the right person. That's always been a problem with Rich. Like, he has a problem with connecting to the right person. If he connected to somebody, he feel like it's not the right person. He doesn't feel like it's the right. So he going mess up. Like he said, he been married twice. He messed up. So he started crying, y'all. And he didn't expect to get emotional, and he was like, he's looking at her crying, because he's saying things, she's saying things nobody know. And she said that's why he feels so empty and void within himself, because he's just been looking for the right person to love. Like, he questions it. And he said his first wife, he was 23 years old, and he was only married for 2 months with his first wife. Yeah, I go live every day. In the second marriage, he was 29, and he's looking like, where did my 20s go? And so he pushed it forward. And he knew it wasn't gonna work. And during that time, he met Felicia, and now he in love with Felicia. And he asked her for first name, and she asked the first name, saying Felicia. She says she's getting a lot of energy coming from her. She went in there very young. He said she told him she is not being completely honest with him. And so he's looking like okay, and she say she's been holding some things within her from him, and she didn't really tell Rich about her past. Well, she didn't. She didn't. And he said he never asked. And she told Rich, she said, what's wrong with you? Okay, why why you ain't asked her about her past? What's wrong with you? So you just in love with this girl? You don't ask her about nothing about herself? He was like, I don't know. I just don't even look at it. It don't really matter. The lady looking like, what? He say, maybe that's my fault. Like, yeah. She say, well, you need to ask her about her past. So Felicia say her ex, before she came to jail, he got arrested on unaliving charges, and he come home 2 months after she get out. Hold on now. And she want to be with Rich, but she know how her ex is, that he's a monster. He don't play about her. Like, she's scared. Like, she want to be with Rich, but she's scared because she know when this man come out, he's gonna go on a tirade. I don't even know why she went, folks. I ain't lying. I don't know why. I don't know. She might as well be with a ninja that's finna get out. You ain't you ain't ending it properly, girl. So she was like, he don't play about her. Like, she had a lot of history with him, and her ex could, get out of jail, come blow the whole relationship up with Rich. And so Rich is kind of like, okay. I go live. Hold on, y'all. I will be live tomorrow. I think it's 11 o'clock. I think it's at 11. But he said that she's telling him he needs to wake up because she sees an interference from an ex. She just told him that. And she say it's interference from other people. She said they're gonna break up and they're gonna have the opportunity to be back together. And he seemed like a strong-minded person with a soft heart. But he tried very hard not to show it. He tried to hold it in. He don't want to show it to everybody. And she asked, was that correct? He said, yeah. She said, you very emotional. You're very sensitive. Your love life, I don't know. I might stream the performance, but I don't know if I'll be able to stream the whole thing like that. Because it ain't gonna be monetized. So he started crying. And he said that's gonna be the main issue, the main problem, that he's afraid to let his guard down. And she asked what he afraid of. He said he don't know. She said, you afraid of love, you afraid of happiness, which he is. And he started crying. He afraid to get hurt. Hell, I'm just gonna tell you. He afraid to get hurt. And he said he just afraid, that, but he said he gotta move forward. He can have a family, he can have love, he can have happiness, finally somebody. She said he got the ability to be with somebody and make it happen, but he also has the power to destroy it, which is true. It's true. um you know Wait a minute, he got him on the three-way. So, which is, that's just what it is. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Wait a minute. Come on with the tea. So we go back to Emily and Justin. I thought we was getting to the phone call. That's fine. So she's sitting here saying, what if Justin is just using her? Like, she told him what's going on with the money and stuff, but she feel like he just using her for he was using her for everything. I forgot, I gotta use him in the past tense. He's with the Lord. May he rest in peace. So she say physically she disgusted. She's sick to her stomach to think of a possibility to even understand that it's true. She physically don't believe that he would say something like that because Justin really loved her. And she said, she nervous. He's still talking to his another girl and entertaining her and playing her life. But at the same time, she could be that damaged. True. She say she been cheated on every single relationship, drastically cheated on. and she don't want to jeopardize missing something great out on something great because she's still in love with him and he locked up. So just to say him and Elizabeth actually have some of a life together out there. And what the hell he wanted to be with Emily for? And he was like, she just haven't been in the picture until recently because he done contacted Liz. Let's just keep it a book. So then we go to PA, to Pennsylvania, and we meet Liz. So Liz is sitting down with Brittany, another ex, the same ex that hooked up Emily. Something is weird with Liz and Brittany. This the same ex that hooked Emily up with her ex. What the hell y'all breaking bread for? Having a drink for? This the same ex. Child. So Brittany decided to say, well, did he tell you anything about her? And you know, Liz say he has. And they started off as friends, her and Emily. Wait a minute. Hold on. It's some shit show. um We TV, I don't know what the hell y'all got going on. Y'all got two Love After Lockup folks, producers. Y'all did y'all thing. Y'all got two of these mofos with third party relationships. So Liz say her and Emily were friends and they stopped being friends over like she say she don't know what it was over, but they fell apart. And he has told her that he just uses her for the money. And Brittany agrees and say she's a placeholder. But Brittany, you the same one that hooked her up with Justin. I wouldn't sit here and be having a conversation with this heifer anyway. Because of the simple fact is you hooked my ex up with the girl I was cool with. Ain't asking me about a nothing, but you want to talk about she a placeholder. Girl, if you don't sit your wannabe best friends in the circle ass down to see some shit pop off, because that's what it's giving me. So she said that she introduced Brittany to Justin to Emily. She said when she reached out, she said, you think Justin would be okay with my profession? And she said she worked at a brothel and he just want companionship. And they were talking for like 2 months, and then he calls her and he's telling her how he's infatuated with her. And she's like, what? So why did you hook her up if you knew you felt this type of way about her? Brittany messy as hell. Brittany is messy as hell. Liz, I don't know if you watching in the bushes. I wouldn't break bread or have a drink with Brittany. Let me tell you something. This, if you want to sit here and talk about messy, she messy as hell. That is a messy woman. Because ain't no way she gonna hook them up to be spiteful and come and tell you every goddamn thing. You should have been questioning her ass, which you sat at that table with you. She messy as hell. That's a messy ass woman. I'm sorry. She messy. So she said that she said he playing himself if he think he gonna go to jail and be with her and get his. And she said Liz say he wants what's his to be his. And if she can't do that, then she's not like that. She's everybody else's. And Liz say her profession, and she know that it's very toxic for Justin because she know how he acts and when he can't control the situation, and she is not to be controlled. So, and she leaves. Justin is calling Brittany. Liz jump on the phone and she say, me and Brittany are here. And she say, I wanted to see what was up with you. And he say, what do you mean what's up with me? And she say, and then Liz say she blocked him on everything. And he said that's because she's starting to get into his situation without even like having a conversation. She had no right to do that. And she said, yes, she did, because she's not your best interest. Girl, if that's your ex-boyfriend, what the hell do you care about it for? Y'all ain't got no kids together. If y'all cool, be cool. But you can state your thing, your peace of mind, your peace statement, and your advice and move on. Brittany messy as hell. Because Brittany could have told her, listen, he got a little situation going on right now, girl. I wouldn't waste my time. You're not his type. Brittany was trying to be messy as fuck. And she standing her ass there looking, enjoying every show. I don't know how her and Justin broke up, but that whole mess is hell. And I'm just gonna call it what it is. I'm just being honest. It's no disrespect. Brittany messy. Because why would you? Why? That's crazy. So Liz is, and just to say, well, what are you trying to prove? And she say, he love her. She love him. She want to rebuild this with Justin, and she want to know what's going on. He say he confused, and she say she's still in love with Justin. He still, she was still in love with Justin, which makes sense why she going so hard on Facebook. He was a big part of her life. He worked together. She's just smiling, and they were very toxic at a point in time. And she feel like now, if they were together, it would be way different. So Liz get back Brittany the phone, and Justice say he don't know what the best thing for him and her right now, and she say it's definitely not. He say, I don't know. So I'm gonna tell you who. If Liz, I'm finna be straight up, and I'm finna be honest. I'm finna finish this, and I'm finna tell y'all my piece thinking, and it's no disrespect, and I'm not gonna be rude, but I'm gonna say it now. This conversation, when they know Justin has a depression, pushed it over the edge. And I see why the person in that group blame Liz. I see why now. Because Liz, you didn't have to do that. Y'all blaming Emily instead of blaming each other. Brittany had no business being messy as hell. If you want to blame anybody, all three of y'all to blame to me. Emily probably didn't know, and it's started a mess to where he just wanted out. You sitting here smiling, thinking some mean girl shit with the redhead mean girl. And now guess what? He gone. So if y'all want to blame anybody, y'all need to blame each other. Because this, what I'm watching right now, should have never happened. It should have never. If you know what he got going on, and you going on here doing your think piece and tell everybody your feelings and all of that, she this, she that, you need to blame yourself. Because ain't no, first of all, you and Brittany could have declined being on this show. You and Brittany didn't have to be messy. And especially Brittany. The hell you breaking bread with her for? And he said his fingers on the nuclear button, and he had to make a decision, about whatever with Emily. And Brittany trying to help. Well, he's been with, with Liz, and it's, how many years, and you guys are awesome, and so the phone hung up as it should have. So Emily says, and Brittany talking about in my head, it's literally you two would be together when he gets out. Then Brittany, why would you hook him up with Emily? Girl, she pissing me off. I don't want to see another thing of her. Why is you hooking him up with Emily? Why? So Brittany say she don't understand why it took him so long to say what it was. So then we go back to Alabama, and we have Aisha, I'm glad, and Michael. So she go inside the house. They're looking around, and she say it stank, of course. And they say, what the hell? So he don't went. So when they go through the house, it was a house raid. It was a house raid. And they're looking around. They're walking, and she was like, oh my God. And, Crystal say it looked like it's been raided, and maybe he was having something illegal. It's probably why Auntie's son are up there. And she say the imagination going crazy. And she say she's expecting the snake to walk out on her right now. She say they slither. She expecting for the snake come out. So she say it's no signs that he described to her at that house. And there's a hole, a pew hole in the ceiling. So then we go to Michael confession. And he said that he was farming. He had livestock. He had cows and hogs. And he an outdoor person. He liked to have all those things. He worked hard for whatever he wants. And he's just ready for a real person. So they go to the bedroom. His clothes is everywhere. And she say they found a beautiful farmland property. And she say it feels like he lying to her. She sees some of the arrest papers in a vanilla folder. And they took the arrest papers, and they started taking stuff that's important So, they could go ahead and go through it. They could figure out what's going on, like how much time he got going on, what's going on with him. So she says she's on pins and needles, and they leave the house. So she said, "Do you think the aunt's still in the car? The aunt ain't got out the car." So the aunt sitting here looking like, "What's taking them so long? Is they okay?" So they walk back with a bag, and the aunt looking like, "Well, what's all of that?" And so they get in the car, and they say they sorry they took so long, and it's so much stuff. She say, like, what? Just a lot of mail and clothes and stuff in the house. And the auntie say in the house, and she say somebody ransacked the house. She say, mm-hmm. She say his father had fixed that place up. And she say when the last time you been up there? She say it's been 10 years or more since she been up there to that house. And they say, "Oh my God." So they drive the auntie back home. They help get the auntie out the car. She asked, how did she like it up there? She said, "Oh, I tell you, it was very interesting." And she was concerned because he got transferred a couple of weeks ago from St. Clair, and they put him over at Elmore. And she said, has she heard of him? And she said, no. She said she glad of that because he was in a maximum security prison, and he shouldn't have been down there. And she said Michael isn't a hardened criminal at that. And she asked, as far as you know, how many years did they give him? And she said, if you got in trouble 3 times, you got life. It was a 3 offender law, and he got life. And she said she did not know. She looked at say 999 years, and she say she sure it's not a typo. And the auntie say no. She say nothing. He did nothing to get life. And she say Michael has never said to her that he got life in prison. And she say a lot of them people need to be coming home. And Aisha say she loved Michael, but maybe he's deliberately lying to her. And she say it was nice to see her. And she get in the car. And she say he knows if she tell him one thing that she don't agree with, she could disappear. So she don't think, he don't want to chance it. And so she said, this is a lot bigger than what I could have ever imagined. So then we're going to go to part 4. This time we're going back to Gigi. This is what I was waiting on, y'all. Gigi, Bonita, and Moo. So Gigi said she didn't have no idea that his baby mama had his stuff, and now she's now about to be overthinking about what's going on with them, right? So now she FaceTime call her friend Zari, her sister-in-law, and she said Jamon just pissed her off and he lied, which is Azaria's sister, and said that one of his baby mama asked about his relationship status, and he was like, saying they was in no, I'm sorry. I think she got a brother. I think his girl wife. Either way, she called her sister-in-law, okay? And she's breaking it down that last week he told her the baby mama knew. Now this week he say the baby mama don't know everything. The baby mama don't know everything. They don't know he's in a relationship. And she said that he said no. And she's saying him not saying anything show that he's sneaky. And she say exactly, coming from a woman's point of view, even when he come home, he said he got a girl, she'll be like, what the L? And she was like, why would you wait to come home to throw it on them? So Zara was like, yeah, that's messy. That's gonna be even messy for you, because that ain't right. And then Gigi say his last child mother, he don't know what's going on, but from what he told her, they broke up while he was incarcerated. We're coming out to find out him and Bonita never been broken up. They never been broken up. They ain't broken up. So she feel like it's going to be an issue, and she pray for the best, but she prepared for the worst. Like she know it's not going to be what she think it's going to be. So we go to Bonita. She back at Golden Brothers. And they're talking about the ring situation. And she said, this is what he got you. And so she went and got something a little different. It's similar and cheaper. She said she feel bad because she lost it, but she not going to tell him. She basically going to use her own money to buy a decoy ring. and try to convince him to buy her a whole new ring when he come home. Baby, once he see this episode that you don't sold that ring, I hope you know y'all finna argue. But anywho, so he said she want to focus on the new ring. And he said in 2022 he proposed to Bonita. Now Bonita told us in 2020 he proposed. He said no, baby, it was back in 2022. Now there's a picture of him and his daughter and Bonita, and he said he never told her nothing different, and they was engagement mode. And he say right now he don't know, like he don't know. Yeah, he don't know because he talking to somebody else, and he ain't tell Benita he talking to somebody. Okay, and she got a decoy ring, and it was nice, and she put it on, and that ring is $64. So she done brought a decoy $64 ring. Decoy ring for $64. Then he done brought 5,000. This gonna be some shit. So she said, great, I'll take that. So she went and got that. She said she feel bad that she lost the ring. And she trying to figure the mess out. Like, that man ain't gonna tell that man she sold that goddamn ring. So she talking about the weight been lifted off her shoulders. She brought the ring. And she said she very, very, very pressed the time to get stuff together. Because if he know that she sold $115K worth of his stuff, he is literally gonna be pissed off. They finna fight. They finna argue. They finna go through it. She say she nervous. Baby, I don't think you gonna care that you sold all that stuff once you find out the truth. So we go back to Phoenix. And we back at the mama sit down. So Lauren say, why aren't you stepping up to pick up for your son clothes to get out when he get out? Angel say he gotta prove himself this time and get himself in order and do what he gotta do to do what he's supposed to do. And she said, that's why thank you. Oh Lord, wait, I gotta catch my breath. She said, that's why I think you was as mama. Angel said, say a lame as felon as a mama. Oh my God. So Lori is like, what? Oh my God. Them are fighting words. So Kaylee is looking and Lori is looking. And Angel say, it's not my job to do it. They need to do it. And kind of like a rug addict, you can't make them get clean. So Lori say, I don't talk to you. So she say, you tell me, please tell me the reason. And Angel say, I don't think the way you raise your child and the things that you did to your child, I would ever do to my child. And she said, but your child is the one in prison. And she said, correct, because of your choices. She said, you don't think you got anything to do with that? You don't think you raised him to be any kind of way? And she said, well, if you a felon too, you can't talk. She said, oh, I can't talk because I made a difference. Well, Angel said, well, he made a difference. And then Laura said, I hope so. And then Angel is pissed off because she said, for her to think I'm not a good mom, Lori and my parenting skills are much different, child. She said that is the problem. So Lori said, you're not there for him now. And Angel says she knows she want to be an itch. She could be an itch. She's just going to come back with it. And that's what Angel did. She said, I go visit him every week. And Lauren said, wow, visitation. And then Angel said, have you been there? She said, I don't need to be there. He's not my child, but I'm supporting your child while he's in prison. And she said, well, you're stupid. And Lauren said, no, I'm not stupid because that little girl right there wants to be with your son. And I told her not to marry him. And she said, I told her not to put that dumbass. Lauren, they just say, I told her not to put that dumbass tattoo on her ass. And she really did put his initials on her butt. And she asked what's wrong with her. She said it's ridiculous. And then Lauren said, whatever you do is your body and your business. And Kaylee was shaking her head. And Lauren said, you don't have to listen to her. She's not your mother. And I'm like, girl. And, she say she pretend to be. And Angel say, I'm not pretending to be. And Lauren say she thinks she better than everybody else trying to be a mother to my child. And Kaylee like, oh my God, really? Kaylee is messy as hell. Kaylee messy. Kaylee going with it the messy way because she want both of them to be by her side. And Lori say, you don't tell me how to parent my child. Kaylee say, but you do kind of enable me because I haven't made the best choices so far. And Lori looking at her like, what? And Kaylee was like, I do need help and knowledge in that. And Lori say she definitely have her finances together, but that's all she got going for herself. And Kaylee say, well, I'm sorry you feel that way. And Lori said, I don't know why you think you're so high and mighty, but you would not tell me how to raise my child. And Angel say, oh, I don't think I'm high and mighty. I just know I'm better than. Did she say she better than her? They got to fighting, y'all. Lori don't threw the cup of water on Angel. Angel threw water back. And Lori say, Kaylee say, oh God, okay, my purse. She say, you know what, when Michael come, I'm so done. And Angel say, later, B. And she say, F off, whore. She say, only in your dreams. And she say, I wouldn't do you. You do too many loved ones. And Angel says she can keep her mother. And she will never, she say, don't ever let that lady in my sight again. And Kaylee say, got it. And Kaylee say, holy crap, I don't think that's going to happen. And she say, wait till Mickey finds out about what happened. She say, I'm so sorry, I didn't know she would do that. Child. And it was bad. And she told Kaylee to go put her mama back on the leash. This I knew it was. Why would Kaylee felt like, girl, that she poured water on that lady in her face. It was no, I'm sorry. She hit that lady in the face with the water. She said, oh, I'm a bad mom. I'll show you a bad mom. What? Excuse me? I don't know if Justice still in here. Is he? All right, so y'all, let me eat my food. I'm gonna come back at 12:45. I will see y'all. We got to talk about this live in this apartment tour. We got another Love at the Lockup series. Okay. I want to thank y'all for watching. Next time I'm gonna do better with this. I found out where to go. Yes, TikTok. I want to see y'all in the next one. Let me end this and come back because we gotta talk. All right, bye y'all.